Things I will not do on YouTube. You know, this is not about YouTube policy guidelines, things that will get you banned on YouTube. There's a lot of videos about that. That's not this video at all. This is not about your ethics, good or bad. That's not it at all. These are just things that I've decided for my channel that I will not do to help me stay on message and not get sidetracked. So stay tuned. Here are four, maybe I'll make it 4 or 5 things I will not do on my YouTube channel. So Robert's Active Retirement is about retirement, being active and also aging, especially for us of a certain age, I'll say, experienced retirees in your over 65, I'll say. But I have a lot of viewers under 65, so I don't want to rule anybody out. Everybody wants to know about retirement, and this could help. But plenty of viewers are in their 70s and 80s, and that's kind of the focus of my channel. And I want to thank you for helping me find that focus the last part of last year for a brand new channel. And I found it, and I'm staying with it. I don't want anything to sidetrack me to get off course. So I'll try to outrun the landscapers who are heading down the road here. We're on Recreation Drive at my 55 plus community. So a very sunny day. I'm sure I'm be in and out of the shadows like I'm doing now. So what are these things that could sidetrack the channel? And I've seen actually some other channels that got sidetracked because of these things, and I don't want to do the same thing. So that's why I took the time. They're kind of forced on you. They're offered to you, and you have to say yes or no. And you're probably not familiar with these things, but I'll tell you about them. The first thing I think could sidetrack, I will not discuss my earnings, my YouTube earnings we're talking about. And many channels do. They have a weekly report, quarterly, annual report, and they tell you how much money they made. You know, while that may be very interesting to other YouTubers, I think for my audience, it'd be off message. It really would. We're talking about retirement and aging, and how much money I make every week or quarter shouldn't matter. And that's the reason I'm not doing this for earnings anyway, but for comments and to stay in touch with folks being retired. So that's one thing I will not discuss on my channel. Number 2, I will not turn into a real estate guru. And I appreciate, who was it? Vicky with Aging on My Terms, another YouTube channel. She made a comment recently on one of my videos. He said, I am so glad you did not turn into a real estate because I spent my whole life in real estate, turn into a YouTube guru. So I'm not I'm not either one of them right now. I'm retired, but I'm certainly not a YouTube guru. But if you have a moderately successful channel on YouTube, the temptation is very strong to do that. And I've seen some channels that started off and I enjoyed them, and then they wanted to tell me how to grow my channel and how to have a viral video and things like that. And I was kind of disappointed, to be honest, of those channels. I thought they'd do better by sticking with their message, the reason I subscribed to them to begin with, if that makes sense. Now, there are real estate gurus out there, and they're very helpful for people that are starting their YouTube channel. There's no doubt about it. I am certainly not saying that. I love to watch, when I started, who is it? Rob the Maritimer. He's an easygoing guy and got some great information that he shares freely with you. I enjoyed that very much, and I still pop in once in a while and hear what he has to say. So they can be of great value if you're really starting your channel. But if you've got a retirement channel or any other channel that's on a topic other than being YouTube, I don't see the benefit of diluting your message by saying that. So I will not be a YouTube guru. Number 3, I will not sponsor products. Now, you may not know about this. I'm not talking about YouTube advertising. I mean, that's something they do whether you're monetized or not. That's how they earn money to bring you YouTube, apparently. But once you get monetized and get a successful YouTube channel of any degree, you will get offers. I've got offers for all kind of stuff. Offers for medical scooters, you know, those little scooters. They want to send me one of those if I'd simply do a review, or a little treadmill that slides under your bed. But the last one that kind of got me thinking was last week, and they wanted to send me an electric bike. It's an electric tricycle, and it looked pretty good. It was an electric bicycle that was the back side, passenger side had a seat and a basket for stuff, and you know, I don't know what those things go for, you know, $1,500 or $2,000, I'm not sure. I thought about that. I did. And I thought, I need to sit down and think what I'll do and what I won't do. And that's the reason for this video, and I did that. And I decided not to do it. It's not worth it. You know, I don't want to turn into a sponsor, have sponsors and do videos just for those sponsors. And even worse, if you watch those videos that you like the video and it was on message, and somewhere along the line, after maybe 5 minutes, you find yourself, wait a minute, this he's got a spot, he's selling something. This is about selling. He gets a affiliate fee for covering this, which I don't, you know, begrudge him for doing that, but I just felt a little let down. I felt like, you know, I was watching this, I was enjoying it, and I find myself just turning the thing off when that happens. So I don't want that to happen. I think that destroys the trust a little bit, and that's not something I don't want to do. So I will not do that. I will not sponsor products. Number 4, I will not cover my net worth. And a lot of the retirement channels do that, and I think mostly they're catering to pre-retirees that are wondering, you know, how much money they need to retire. And that, in that case, that could be pretty helpful, but that's not my audience. I think most of my audience either know or, you know, they're already retired, and they have a feel for their own finances, and that's something they're not worried about too much anymore. I'm not. I mean, I don't do a budget. My wife can be the budget. If she gets the Visa card in and it's $2,500, she'll say, "What in the world did we spend this much money on? Oh my gosh!" And we have a powwow and we see what we can find out. But you know, besides that, you know, that's something I don't want to really be covering. Budgets, had I lived on Social Security, those could be very, very helpful. I'm not saying that. It's just not my focus of the channel. You know, it's more in general retirement and active retirement and aging and the things we're running into. And you know, that's not something I want to cover. So I have done a couple of videos about my retirement portfolio, and I use percentages. I don't use real numbers, use percentages. And I did one about what is enough? What is enough money? And I didn't put any dollar amount, because what I think's enough, you may think that's not enough. You know, that's different. So it's going to be different around different people, but it's worth considering and thinking about. There's no doubt about it. So what will I do instead? Well, I'll keep doing what I've been doing. I'll share real experiences, you know, particularly from a person my age, things we're running into that seem to resonate with a lot of people. And I don't think it's covered enough or talked about enough, and people say it's beneficial, and they offer their version of how to deal with these things, and that's really, really helpful comments. So if you're not used to reading the comments, please check the comments out, because that's kind of where the good stuff is, basically, in the comments. I'm just a facilitator of conversations. Speaking of that, if you are viewing this, what do you think about these things I mentioned? Does any of those bother you, or any of those, if you noticed any of those things, the sponsorships, what do you think about the sponsorships, or the net worth, or the earning reports and things like that? Do you agree with me that kind of throws off focus of the channel? Or would you like to see those? I mean, I could be wrong. You may want that, but I'd like to hear in the comments. And also, we have a lot of YouTube creators that we always like and comment on each other's page. If you're one of those folks, I appreciate it very much. But I would like particularly to hear what you think about it. Is this something you've thought about? Let me know that in the comments. I would greatly appreciate it. And I better wind this thing up here. My arm's getting very tired from holding this stick here. And I'll just say that join me next time for an entirely different topic. And I'm Robert, and thanks for watching.